To me, it felt like the owners were dodging. They should have been there. And the other thing I want to ask you, Neek, and then go wherever you want. I know you wanted to piggyback off him. The other thing I took an issue with, and I wanted your take on this, is so I had a problem with Watson got the $230 million guaranteed, right? And the way they structured his contract is if he was punished, right? So if he loses these 22 civil cases and he was punished in his first year, he would only be penalized $1 million and still receive the $229 million guaranteed. So I said that's kind of protecting him essentially for bad behavior. And I took issue with that when we discussed this prior. Now, when GM Andrew Berry was asked about that, they said, oh, it had nothing to do with the fact that Deshaun Watson might potentially miss the first year. It was just freeing them up for free agency. I wanted to get your reaction on that as well, Neek.
Yeah, I mean, I think Teddy made the point that they brought him in. He's on their team now, and they're going to do what they can to help him. And that's one of the things that they're going to do to help him. Like, honestly, I could care less about how much money Deshaun Watson loses or gains in this situation. Like I mentioned at the beginning, I wish I could believe him. I hope that he's right. I hope that I'm wrong, but it doesn't feel like it right now, given the mountain of accusations on the other side. I would say that to your point about the owners being there, that was a choice. It wasn't about schedule. Like when I signed my free agent deal with the Ravens, the owner was there. I was a mediocre cornerback, not the franchise quarterback going forward. Like the owner is at the press conference when you sign a big time free agent. So like that was a choice that they made. That was an interesting choice that they didn't want to face the music for the decision that they made. They didn't want to answer any questions. And I think they should be held accountable for that. And as for the players on the team, I think Teddy made this point. Like I don't think the players should be crusading against Deshaun Watson. They're on the team with him. They have to work with him. But I do think that the repercussions should come from us as the fans. Like that's the point. The reason why they did this and the reason why they're comfortable doing this is because they know that we don't care. Like as much as we grandstand on TV or on Twitter or whatever, we all do it. None of us actually care enough to do anything about it. So they know that the bottom line is that he's going to play well, and that's all that matters. And I'm rooting I like Andrew Berry. I've heard incredible things about Stefanski off the field as far as the commitment that he has to employees in that building. Like these people sound like great people that I want to root for. Deshaun Watson is someone who I would like to root for, but it's hard for me. I can't right now. And to the point I made to start is like, we're going to have plenty of time to talk about football stuff in a year or two from now. This will be a footnote. As sad as that is, when Deshaun Watson goes into Hall of Fame, this will not be a big part of the conversation. We've seen it happen time and time again. But while we have this time between now and the start of the season, when we're going to be talking about a lot more football, like I can't bring myself to break down what it means for Deshaun Watson and the Browns on the field nearly as much as I feel compelled to bring up the impact that it's had on the 23 women who accuse him of sexual assault.
Let me just pause you really quick because you've been so eloquent and excellent on this, Dominique, and I appreciate your perspective. But when we say like we don't care, and I know you're talking about the majority of the fans, 40% are women, and we do care. So I just want to pause on that. So even if people win Super Bowls, if guilty, these are allegations. If guilty, we do care. I just want to make sure clear on that.
No,
maybe I'm just speaking from the female perspective, but trust me.
I don't want to push back, and I don't mean we don't care.
No,
like no one cares.
No.
I guess my point is, what does that care? Like people talk about like how you show what's important to you, and to me, it's about sacrifice. Like I sacrifice for the things that are important to me, and that's how I show I care. Like I can tell my wife and my kids I love them all I want, but the sacrifices, to me at least, is what shows that I really care about them. And to me, like, us as a country and us as a fan base, like it's many of the social issues that we claim to care about, we are unwilling to sacrifice for. So I guess that's my point. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be insensitive or insulting by suggesting that no one really cares. But my point is, ain't nobody going to do nothing about it. Like we've been talking about since George Floyd and since Me Too. Like we all get on here, and again, Molly, it's not a personal attack on you. It's more attack on me and men who are in power. Is we grandstand on Instagram and Twitter, and we put up black squares and we stand with everybody, but ain't nobody trying to sacrifice. And that's how you show that you care. That's how you show your commitment to something. As a football player, Teddy and I know this, and like, forget as a football player, as anyone, like Molly, you're very successful. You got here by sacrificing. And we all know that because you cared about it. And that's my point, is like, we can say we care, but we don't care until we sacrifice. That's just me. Sorry, Molly.
No, don't be sorry.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.